Well, hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Friday night live stream for the Georgia Shooting Connection. We've got the usual suspects, and we also have a special guest tonight. We want to introduce y'all to Critter 9A. We got AR, we got Kyle, we got the crazy Scotsman, and my buddy CW Longshot. Kick it off, Kyle.
Hey, everybody, glad you could make it. Don't have the side chat popped up because I changed something. There we go. Like I say, hey to everybody that showed up, and glad y'all could make it. Hope y'all had a good week. I had a okay, had a rather strenuous week, but glad it's over. Glad I can spend Friday evening with y'all, and I get wild and crazy tomorrow, and just keep on going. It's not going to be a lazy Saturday for me. But I'm gonna be easy. I'm gonna be easy. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here tonight. Thanks for having me again, Jamie. I appreciate it.
Glad you're here, buddy.
Had a good day today. Had a good couple days, actually. We've been fishing like crazy. And we've been doing really good. So that's really good. I'm filling the freezer.
Nice.
Today was supposed to be our last day. We wanted to get out before the weekend because of the crazies. But it didn't happen. So we're going to run down tomorrow morning early, do another half a day fishing, and then head out about noontime and trailer the boat home. And then it'll be done for the season. We can start on the hunting end of it. Like rifles ready and go to the range and all that good stuff, getting ready for the season. I picked up another mold last week. I was hoping to be casting with it tomorrow morning, but now it looks like maybe Sunday morning. But that's okay. It's a Lee mold. 452 going by memory. 200 2R maybe.
No, round flat.
Round flat. It's a 200 grain round flat, round nose for the 45 Colt.
See, I pay attention to what you text me.
I got that same mold.
Yeah, it's a popular one. I like the profile of it. It's a round nose, flat nose, but it resembles a wide flat nose. It's got a good sized meat plat on it.
Yeah,
That's a good looking bullet.
So it should save some lead, save some recoil, and be a good plinker. I know I like heavies, but for just a shooter, it'll be good. So I'm looking forward to casting some with that and making a video on that. And I apologize to all my viewers because I usually do a lot more videos and I haven't been. Of course, the COVID got me a couple weeks ago, but now this last week, we've been going virtually every day. I'm beat. It's like a job.
That must be a hard job to have.
A fishing job, yeah. It's just a week. But
the ocean is absolutely beautiful where y'all live.
We've been really lucky. Last Sunday, we had about 2 or 3 foot rollers, which was not fun. We were only out for about 2 hours, but we limited out real quick. It was opening day. We had to go. We're about 100 yards from shore, but we're about 5 miles from the dock, so it's a little bit of travel. And then we skipped on Monday because there was 6 to 8 foot rollers. But
Wow.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today have been gorgeous. Wednesday was unbelievable. Unbelievable. We were 10 miles out and it was like a lake. There was no waves at all. None. So I've got GoPro video of everything. I want to talk to you, Jamie, or whoever might know. Maybe AR know too. I got to get something on this Windows 10 platform that I can do some editing of my videos for the GoPro videos because I have nothing. I thought I did, but it must have been the XP machine. And I looked, I searched movies, making movies. There's nothing on this machine. So I've got to get something. So I don't want to spend a pile of money, but I want to get something that's workable, easy. I can throw some videos together. So I've probably got enough for a couple of nice videos, but I'm going to push it all together and probably make one a little bit longer than regular because my limitations are my iPhone I won't have that limitation on the laptop, so I can make a 15-minute video and it'll be all right. That's about it. Let's see what this guy over here's got going on. This guy over here. Guy's quiet there.
What's up, guys? Good to be here. Good to see everyone out there. I don't have a whole lot going on. I'm doing house improvements. That's pretty much where I am at right now. So my house is a mess. It's a disaster, but that's all right.
Another 45 Colt video, another bullet to be sending you there, Scotsman.
What's that?
I'll have another bullet to be sending you.
Awesome.
A little 200 grader.
Looking forward to it, man. Absolutely. I'm liking the 45 Colt. It is it's a really killer round, especially out of that revolver.
Yeah, they just start hand loading it. Is that for the IBM laptop or for the
It's
iPhone?
compatible with the Windows 10, I think. Would you stop?
Yeah, that Windows 10 don't have it anymore. They used to have editing
Yeah,
software.
mine it doesn't come up on mine when I search it. I searched video editing, make a video. It didn't. It gave me the web. It says there's nothing on my machine. So I don't know.
There's some free ones we can get you. I'll get with you, CW.
Yeah, I thought there was something under pictures, and I thought there was like paint you could do it in, but I don't even find that anymore.
They did an update, and I know this because I just have to reinstall everything. And
Hello, Michael. Hello, Tread.
yeah, they don't have it listed the same way as it did before, but they do have a video editor. Yeah, it's right there. And maybe try. I don't know when the last time you updated your thing was, but maybe try and see if there's any updates.
This machine updates like I can't believe it's. I got to start it like 2 hours before I do anything because it wants to update. So it updates.
I have an update. I have an update now. Wants to do
Yeah,
a couple hours ago.
I've never seen a machine do so many updates as this Windows 10.
They keep coming on.
Yeah,
So,
it's right.
AR, how are you doing, buddy?
Pardon?
How you doing?
How you
Oh.
doing?
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry, the sound went out or something here. I'm doing good. Pleasure to be on. Appreciate the invite, Jamie. It's always good to see you all.
Thanks
I went,
for coming.
Mike looks good. Sounds good.
Appreciate it. I went shooting with my daughter out in Hull, Georgia. Tuesday, had a blast. She shot her first AR-15.
Okay, come on.
I got a story for y'all later, but let's do this. Check out Filmora, and y'all say howdy and welcome home to our newlywed brother over in Arkansas. And I hope y'all go over there and beat Auburn tomorrow. So
Anyway, pleasure to be on. Let's see. Trying to.
Other way.
Yeah, there we go.
we're blessed to have all you guys on there and all you guys in the side chat, but we Critter 9A, what's going on, man? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just kind of waiting for the heat to somebody to turn off the oven.
Yeah, that's
It's projected to be about the 70s this week. So lately, trying to get it set up, get out there and get some casting done. I got that 45, 452, 200 round nose bullet I want to cast with. The 147 grain 9mm bullet I want to cast with. And a 1 ounce 12 gauge slugs.
I got to do that.
I don't. After that first time I tried to videotape myself doing it, that was a real fun thing. I almost burnt my hand. Well, I burnt my hand several times. I had gloves, but I put the glove on the broken hand, which doesn't do nothing, it just sits there. And I forget to put the glove back on, and I reach for something that's hot. It's 600 or 700 degrees, and I'm sitting there trying to reach it over. I picked my only good hand.
Yeah, what's the old adage? Everything is hot all the time.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to bring up. That's one thing I've learned that stuck with me from old Fortune Cookie 45 LCs. Everything is hot all the time. And when you're casting, that's a safe way to, just like when you go to the range, assume every gun is loaded all the time.
Mhm.
But, Kurt, we're glad you could join us tonight. And in a few minutes, we'll get to some of that nice, neat stuff you wanted to show us. And we'll be working around here, guys. I will say this: our hunting season, our firearms hunting season for deer starts in the morning,
Sure
and
does.
I ordinarily would be wide open and foaming at the mouth, but this year not so much. Kyle will tell you it's still 85 degrees in the afternoons here right now.
Actually, this weekend will probably be a great weekend. You heard what the weather's supposed to do, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
when you wake up in the morning, that's the high for the day.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know how you guys do it down there with the seasons that you have and the temperatures that the things still are. I mean, all across the South down here, in Texas and everything, I'd
Well,
have to have a cooler.
it's
I'd build
supposed to be about 70, 75 degrees at sunup, something like that, 72. And that's going to be the warmest you're going to see it. The way this is what kills me. The way the meteorologist played it out is temperature's going to be falling up throughout the day, and by the time the Bulldogs are in the fourth quarter, it's going to be 52 degrees. So tomorrow evening may be all right for you, sir.
yeah, I'm thinking about getting up early, getting my Sunday school lesson together and arranged, and then about 2 o'clock, slip on off over there and
go sit in a tree.
climb up in my tree. It is. I did not, Big E. Let me. I've been trying to get everybody introduced to you guys, and I'll go back and find it.
I don't have the side chat up, guys. So if you're writing me, I can't see it. I don't have it available to me tonight.
So apparently Ozark and Twisted Twine are back home, correct?
Yes.
Well, Ozark and Twisted Twine, I would like to extend a laurel and hearty welcome to our newlyweds.
Absolutely. Ozark, if it's 38 there tonight, it'll be 38 here Sunday.
Yeah,
And that's exactly what the forecast is.
yeah.
And that first morning that it's 38 degrees instead of 68 degrees, man, they'll be running all over the place.
That's crazy. We haven't seen the 30s here yet this year. We've seen the low 40s. I saw 42. It's been in the upper 40s every morning, but we haven't seen any 30s. For Georgia to see it before Connecticut just seems crazy.
Yeah, we had a little taste of fall, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, you had some nice weather. You had
Yeah, it was great. It was great. That was casting weather.
Yeah, it was
It's
70.
going to be
Yeah.
casting weather on
75.
Sunday morning, too. I'm going to bang out a bunch of Russian slugs.
I think it hit 80 yesterday. That's been the warmest it's been in a while. Usually it's in upper 70s.
How about them Dodgers? Yeah, whatever.
No, Biggie.
Is
Hey,
that
Mario. I'm sorry I
Yeah.
haven't said hey to you yet.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm sorry, buddy.
Sorry to hear that. Yep.
Is that part one, Biggie? I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm way back there. That's actually true.
Well, it depends on how far you want to investigate it. It's actually both are true. There was a 45 short Colt, so there can be a long one.
well, that same bullet, I'm also using a 45 ACP.
Mhm.
But I'm kind of curious. I'm using the overall length is 1.225.
I had a
book
black
says
powder mold.
1.20.
Can you put up Bald and Curious's comment, please?
Who's Brandon? Am I missing something?
Must be missing it too.
Jamie, do you not know about that?
Apparently, I don't.
Okay. Was it last weekend? I think it was last weekend at Talladega. At one of the rat tail races before the main event, I think it was was it ABC or NBC? NBC News reporter was interviewing the guy that won the race. And he's all it's such an amazing thing. And I'm so happy. And I want to send thanks to all this. And the entire speedway started doing the, how can I say this on this platform?
F. Joe Biden.
That'll work. Okay, I didn't say it, so we're good. I mean, they started that chant, and she's sitting there going, "Yeah, it must be an amazing feeling. You can hear the crowds way behind you. They're chanting, let's go, Brandon." And he's sitting there going, "Yeah, that's not what they're saying." But actually, and my boss, I got to give kudos to my boss. He said that was either somebody was in her ear or she was right on point by saying, "Let's go, Brandon," probably saved that news company millions of dollars in FCC violations because it was live TV. So that's the whole thing. It's "Let's go, Brandon." And a buddy of mine was on his way back from Gainesville. He had to deliver a couple of trucks. And he said, "You'll never guess what I saw. Beautiful digital billboard way up on top of the trees. And it had a picture of Joe Biden. And guess what it said next to it?" I said, "Don't tell me it said, 'Let's go, Brandon.'" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Did you get a picture?" He said, "No, it's a digital billboard and it switched before I get my camera out. But we're going back Monday and I'm going to park the truck underneath that billboard until it switches back again because I want that picture." Somebody spent a lot of money.
Okay, I'm hunting, Big E.
Say hey, David.
What's up?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Better than I deserve. How are you?
Not too bad.
Yeah, Ozark. They've been huge at college games, professional games, football, baseball, NASCAR. It doesn't matter.
And it's been almost at every event that I could see.
Yeah, it's been ignorant.
He deserves it.
Okay.
He deserves some. I like the way you talk.
Man, that's a tough hit, Big E. I'm sorry, buddy.
Sure is.
Oh my goodness.
We need to keep Lenora in our prayers.
I'm sorry.
Beat, but if you read that one closely, this is a good buddy of Biggie, his best man. So, Milton Toolman's father passed away, and Lenora, his wife, beat COVID, but now she's suffering liver failure in hospice.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
All I can say to that, Big E, is may the Lord's will be done and may he be glorified. And it could be that it's his will that she not be here without her husband.
Mm.
That's how you know they know Jesus, man. When they smiling when they pass away. Anyway,
Mhm.
y'all gonna get me all excited and worked up here. I'll be shouting and jumping pews in a few minutes, and I'm Pentecostal. I'm a Baptist.
Yeah.
So this dude I met at the Lever Guns 50. What's up, my brother? I still ain't called you, man. Let me put it this way. Mr. Lever Guns 50, whenever you get a chance to talk, give me a call because um, I'm like, I need to call when it pops into my mind. I'm like, wonder what time he gets off. And I know you're an hour behind me, and then we get to eating supper and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, my bad. I'm sorry. We'll talk soon.
Can you pull a wheelie there, critter?
No,
Yeah.
I did. I get stuck in bed
Got
mud.
wheelie bars on it.
I got a property gate between us and the Chinese oil drillers next to us.
Mm-hmm.
It rained real hard that day, and I needed to get onto their paved road to go check the mail. But I never made it to it. I got stuck between that gate.
Wow.
I got buried axle deep into the mud, so I ended up having to jump off the thing on my wet butt on the ground, drag the wheelchair out of the mud sideways because it fell over. By the time I got everything done and it drooped into the gravel, I was tired. I climbed back up into the wheelchair, went home, took a shower. Oh, I was going to tell you.
Braves and the Bulldogs are doing good.
That was that 200 grain bullet.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, it's a good looking bullet.
And I got these from Summit
Yeah.
City.
That the mold. I know you said you bought them at Summit City, but that the mold you got? See,
Yes.
that'd be very close to it, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
looks a lot like it. Yeah.
It's the same mold, I think.
Okay.
I can ask him, but that's the bullet I've been using on the 45 Colts and the 45 ACP.
Yeah, I just picked up a NOE, and when I got it and started casting, I realized it didn't have a crimp groove. So I said, and I was talking to Jamie about this before. Yeah, there's a round nose.
Okay, yeah, this is the Everglades bullet.
That looks
I
like
bought the brass. The brass is once fired brass. I got roughly 300 to 400 small primered brass, and 500 or 600 of the large primered brass.
In the Colt, in the 45 Colt?
I come up with a wild idea. Just use the Everglades bullets for the smalls and the Summit City bullets for the large. But I got tired of waiting for the weather to change so I can load 45 ACP.
So when I saw they had no crimp groove, I like to crimp my 45s because most of my stuff is in the, well, a lot of my stuff is in the carbines. So I said I'm just going to buy that Lee mold, and then I'll have the Lee mold 200 grain solid. And not only that the NOE mold isn't a 200 grain when it's solid. It's 230 grain when it's solid, or 225. So the Lee mold is going to be 200 as a solid. So I'll get pretty much exactly what I wanted. And Lord knows I don't mind having an extra mold.
I stuck with the 200 grainers instead of the 230s because the load data was more available with the powder I was using.
Yeah, Jason, I have that 228 round nose as well, and I was just talking with Willie about it because I had sent him a bunch a while back, and I've had some issues with that, especially powder coated. Of course, I powder coat everything, but you got to seat that bugger quite deep, more than I like to, in the ACP case, to get it to plunk and fit properly. So I don't use that bullet much. It's the other reason that I was hoping that NOE would be nice. There it is. Yeah.
I love that bullet 45 ACP. It really shoots well.
You got to seat it so deep, though. Don't you have that problem?
Oh, heck yeah, man. If you got any kind of rifling in your barrel at all, you're going to have that issue. But
Yeah. What's that
Yeah,
one?
what's that one?
I see it's a tumble loop, but
That's the 230 grain.
okay. Now Lee has another one I'd love to grab. They have a 225 truncated cone, and I actually borrowed one from Roger there, Walks, who's on here tonight, and he's got a RCBS 225 that I didn't even know they made. It's a fairly popular bullet, and I've been watching for that mold, but I see Lee has one, so I may just grab the Lee because that's a nice style bullet. It no issues. There he is.
Have y'all ever tried the Eastwood strange? What do you call it? Not really metallic. They're that guy. I hate that. I lose my mind.
We all do it.
It's happening a whole lot to me.
Powder metallic blue.
No, but I generally have issue with metallics. They don't tend to work as well for me.
Well, that's what's doing to me.
Eastwood is quite likely the exception because I've yet to have a problem with the Eastwood powder.
That's that one.
I've had a couple of Eastwoods that didn't jive with me. Well, that's pretty.
Nice.
Well, the thing about it is the red metallic seems to flake off. I'm trying to figure out why. This one, I had it done it 3 times because I couldn't tell if it was powder coated or not.
Yeah, I've got a nice
It
silver.
almost looks like the same color.
It's actually a chrome, and it coats. It doesn't look like it coats well, but when you bake it and take it out, it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite powders.
Yeah, it's
And
shiny all the way around.
It looks like it doesn't look chrome like a mirror. It's a texture matte chrome, and it looks like it looks like a frosted bullet. So it's really pleasant. And the candy metallics I have had luck with. If you've watched the videos, the last couple videos I did on powder colors, I did a teal and a red and another one. I don't remember what it was, but they all were really nice. They worked really well.
Yeah.
Candies have a lot of clear in them, so they won't necessarily look like they're really greatly coated, well coated, but they're gonna be because of that clear. That's definitely the dominant in it.
Yeah, the clear is going to wash the coloring away as it cooks and gravity and all that. The
Is that a OD green color?
No, that's I forgot what it was, steel wheel.
Okay. I like those granite colors. I mix those up myself. I like those a lot.
I haven't done anything since this. I did this last year. With weather and I got sick. And once the summer starts, I hibernate. You close the door.
my best. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Critter.
Yeah, I hibernate and carry on a relationship with the AC.
I think we all do. My best luck with Eastwood has been Ford Light Blue. The is it Hunter Green or Dark Green? The Gunmetal Gray works very well. I managed to blend a couple of different whites. They got bright white, appliance white, and one other. I was looking for a white powder coat that would work in one coating. blended it to where it would. The light violet, thank you, Mr. Emperor. Those are pretty much my go-tos when it comes to Eastwood.
Pam, I don't have an emerald, but I have a Hunter, a John Deere, a Signal, and I probably have at least one more. Green.
Oh, and
all green colors.
The neon green, the zombie green.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of those too. The Kawasaki green and the bright green and the lime.
Oh
green.
man, that cover is great.
I like those. They're kind of crazy, but I like them.
I found a paint booth on Amazon. You fold it up, roll it up, $30.
Wow.
So what I was going to do is I was going to spend the money and get the Eastwood little cheaper version of their little spray gun, and use a paint booth.
The cheaper one is the one I believe Andy uses. Andy 79Z28.
Yeah.
I believe he's got the cheaper Eastwood gun. He said he bought it on sale, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And it works great for him.
But he built himself a paint booth.
Yeah, he built himself a spray booth. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that the ability.
Well, you could do it with a cardboard box, and just something to cover the front so you can see. You could do it pretty easy. Cut the back out with a filter for a air conditioner. Not an air conditioner, air filter. Yeah. Flat 1 inch. You get them for $5 at Home Depot type of thing, and tape it in, and then put a box fan behind it. And that's how he did it, and it worked really good for him. Draws it right out, pulls it right through. Yeah. He may even have a video on it, but if he's not in the chat tonight, he probably will be.
He does, but he did really. I don't remember if he really went into detail. You just see how he made the box, and that was it.
Yeah, if you see the video he did for me, he did a VR for me. I sent him a bunch of powders that didn't work for me in tumble, and I knew that they would work because it's powder coat is not what we do with it. Powder coat is made to be a positive, negative, and it's made to be sprayed on. The fact that it works for us in tumble is kind of just a freak thing that we can create enough static to make it work. But
I got those plastic BBs I was going to try.
They help because of surface area, and surface area creates more static. So they definitely can help. But some powders just are beyond that. They need to be shot through a gun with the electrical positive and negative, and he proved it out. I've got half a dozen different colors, and I sent them all to him, and everything was beautiful. So it will work in a gun. It just doesn't always work tumble.
Well, I went back and tried to do it with the Eastwood. They're out of stock until at least December.
Okay, let me say something, guys. We had I think the guy that I met at the range today was on. I couldn't get to him quick enough to introduce him, and he left. I'm sorry, Mr. Buck Killer. If you can come back on, I'll get you introduced. And anyway, we got to be more diligent about stuff like that. And that's my bad, and I'm sorry. So if you can come back on, and we'll arrange stuff and let Mr. Elliott do an interview with you. And anyway, this dude, I met him at the range, guys, and we were just there, him and a coworker of his and me, myself. We just were there to shoot our rifles before the deer season opens tomorrow. And I think I shot 10 rounds. I think he shot 6. He had this beautiful. All right, AR, I'm gonna put you in the waiting room and get you back on here to interview him. Okay?
You interview.
I had a 12-point buck 3 weeks ago walking it back behind the house.
Wow.
Cool. So how you doing, Buck 401?
Both dogs chased him. Like, would you? And this is the one that thought he was going to hurt him.
Hello, Buck Killer. You're muted. You got to unmute yourself to talk to us.
How you doing? Let me see if I can unmute him. Nope. Buck Killer, how you doing?
He's got to click the red button at the bottom there.
No, the mute button. Unmute yourself there, buddy.
Yeah, it's lit up red when you're muted.
I did, Ozark. That was a toad, boy. I know. I know he has this. What's up, man? Good to see you, Mark. Um, this beautiful rifle is a 280 Ackley improved, and those Ackley improved. Willie can tell you he's got a 257 Roberts Ackley improved, and that thing. He pulled it out of the case, took one shot, put it back in the case. So yeah, and then so I'm gonna put AR back on here and let him talk to Mr. Buckkiller if he'll unmute himself and talk to us. You gonna talk to us, buddy?
There we go.
Hey, interviews are not my wheelhouse.
If we can get Buck Killer just to look straight down, you'll see the little microphone. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll get with him. I got his name and telephone number and email, so I'll and usually I do this with folks. I'll have a private one before we have the live thing, and he's obviously got some
Yeah, he may have internet issues.
and all that kind of stuff. Or
Look at that dog in that chair. That's the best. I love that. Down at Critter's house there. He's been behind Critter.
yeah,
You back up a little, we can see your dog in the chair. He's just snoozing away. There he is. Look at him.
our Georgia brother Will
Yep.
is well armed. We got to get him on here too, guys.
He
Love it.
he don't trust nobody.
Well, he trusts you. He's sitting in your chair.
Well, I'm the only one. I have a lady that the VA pays for to come help me cook stuff, clean up stuff like that. He hides from her. She actually cuts up stuff and actually hands it to him. He'll eat it, but then he'll turn right around and haul out or just leave real fast before she even says hi to him. My parents can't even walk up to him. He'll run up straight up to my dad, get about within
Hello, Mike.
3 feet of it, but off he goes.
Mike, I think he's got a 5-liter Mustang engine in the bottom of that thing, or at least one of them Toyota hybrid motors on that thing, because he does. It flies, man. So, again, thanks, Tread. Here's a link to Critter's channel. Y'all go over there and give him a sub if you can.
Yeah, there's some good funny videos in there. My
There's
first time
Andy.
casting, the camera fell over and broke.
Oh, my.
Good to hear. That's with the new bolt, the new
This
rebuilt
probably
bolt
will
right now.
not end well.
Oh, there's that bullet I was telling you about.
It's dark.
Okay.
It won't fly anyways.
That the paper patch?
Why?
Casting a lot of bullets, Critter.
Oh, I said okay, I see it now.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a Solid City bullet with the 45 ACP.
In the ACP. Okay.
Set your batteries.
They use the same bullet, the 45 Colt.
It's not your batteries.
I'm telling you guys, 45 Colt's getting very interesting to me.
Oh, you'll love it, Jamie. You will love it.
I'd like to have
The
it.
fact that I must have about 30 molds in that caliber.
The funny part is I don't have a 45 ACP pistol or anything.
Huh? That's a fun one too. I kicked myself 20 years ago. You could buy conversions. Well, probably longer than that too, but the last I knew about it was probably 15, 20 years ago. Conversions for 98 Mausers to use a 1911 magazine as a repeater in the bolt action and a 45 ACP. And they were $99. And I didn't buy it. I just farted around. I didn't buy it. And I kicked myself for not doing that. That would have been such a nice, fun rifle.
The funny thing is I would have never gotten into the 45s at all. I don't see. When did I start? Last year. This last
thanks,
January.
Thanks for saying hey, Bulldog.
Have a good one, Bulldog.
I resemble that one, Ozark.
Yep.
Try with one leg.
Yep. At least that, Mike. At least that.
That right step gets me every time.
Yeah, the 45 is a fun one. It really is. It's just a nice caliber. I've always liked big heavy bullet.
Lever action rifle to go with the pistol.
It's a big heavy bullet, but it's smooth, very smooth.
My buddy just bought an X model Henry 45 Colt. Went and shot it tonight.
Yeah, they're changing Jerry's hours, his route, whatever. So he'll be missing.
Yeah, I was it like 2020, about the first part of last part of March, early first part of April. I went and decided I was going to get a 45-70 government lever action. I found the Marlin. I was like, okay, I'll get this one. And I'm like, well, do I really need it? Do I really want to do it this way? So I went ahead and ordered all the parts and pieces and raw materials. Come back the next day to get the rifle. It jumped about $15.
Wow.
But waited another couple of days because I thought there's something wrong. It jumped to $100 over. By the time I got back fed up, within the next week, it was over $300 above the asking price. I'm like, forget it. So now I got 100 loaded 45-70 government cartridges, vacuum packed and stuck up underneath the desk.
Well, keep your eyes open. There's a lot of other rifles chambered in that, and that's another good one. But I went through a phase where 45-70. I think I had 8 at one time, different rifles, and I really enjoyed the caliber. And a couple years ago, I traded off a. I know you were in Massachusetts, I think, or Rhode Island. I traded off a 454 single shot that I had rechambered from 45 Colt for a 450 Bushmaster bolt action repeater, bolt action Ruger. And I tell you, that was one of the best things I ever did. I've got other 454s, but that single shot was nice. But I always wanted to take it with me, and I'd rather have a repeater hunting. So when I got that 450 Bushmaster, it's a 4.52 diameter, so I can shoot all my 45 auto, 45 Colt bullets, all the way up into the 45-70s if they're small enough I can size them down. And I shoot 450 grains, 440 grains, sized down to 4.54 as subsonics. Then I shoot the 300 grain 45-70s sized down, and the 300 grain 45 Colts, 325 45 Colts, to about 1,500 or so. You can do so much with that 450 Bushmaster in the bolt action. It's so versatile. It's the smaller 45. So if you've got more, 4.52, 4.54 diameter than you have 4.58s, that 450 Bushmaster is really attractive. It's really attractive for a hand loader.
Anybody else having a hard time finding H4198 powder?
4198.
Yeah.
I like it in the 4570. I use it a little bit.
4570 is also lower capacity, lower use of capacity in the 223s.
I didn't understand you.
Well, most of the other powders in 223 are like 24, 25 grains.
Uh-huh.
The 4198, it only uses 20, 19 to 20.
Oh, let's save a little powder. Yeah. Yeah, I use it a little bit in the 30-30 with cast bullets, and I use it in a couple other calibers, but not quite so much. It's my go-to 4570 along with number 7, my go-to 4570 powders.
Be right back, guys.
All right, we'll be here.
I was
There's
trying.
Dave. Hello, Dave. Good to
What's
see
going
you.
on, Echo?
Yeah, I was trying to keep the powder to a minimum.
Mhm.
And it was like most of all my pistol rounds, it's 700X.
Yep.
It used to be unique, but I found 700X is also used less powder on all of the pistols.
It just doesn't meter very well. That's my problem with it.
Well, I went and got a Lee powder drum. It cleaned that up big time. The Lee powder drum has no problem with the with stick powder.
Yeah, I've been looking at. I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with Taylor and Company.
Yeah.
They buy you birdies and then rework them to their own specifications, and they do a slick job for cowboy action shooters, and I'm thinking about one of those in single action army, and that Vaquero was interesting too, Jerry.
You'll like the Vaquero. Next time I come out, I'll bring Wiley Coyote with me, and you can shoot it.
Cool, man. I hope to get up there before you come back down here. Not to ever let you think you're not welcome, because you know we throw the gates of Georgia wide open when the Scotsman comes down this way, or any of you guys. But
You're more than welcome up this way too, brother.
I appreciate it.
All my revolvers are Uberti or Taylor.
So you like Taylor?
Well, the ones that were offered that were cheaper within my budget.
Well,
Yeah.
Taylor, even if some of the stuff is budget, they actually do a really good job.
I think they take a Uberti and class it up a notch or two. And I would take a Uberti over Cimarron, Pedersoli, what's that other one? Pieto, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think your choices there of those, I honestly think the Ruger is the better choice. And I think the Taylor would be a close second, and then the Uberti, and then the rest of them I throw in one category.
Well, all the revolvers that I have are just for plinking. Everything else is automatics.
Yeah, it just depends on what you need to get out of it, Jamie. The all the Model P copies, the Colt copies, are going to be standard pressure guns. You can't load them up too much. The modern Vaquero is mostly the same way. The older Vaquero you can load up like you can a Blackhawk, so it'll take the Ruger loads. So it's just what you need to get out of it. But you really don't need, even hunting deer. You know, you could get that 250 grain bullet to 900 or so, and you're going to be just fine to do, 100 yards for deer. And if you shoot that same load out of a carbine, you're going to be, another 100 or so, 150 feet per second on top of that. So you're getting up to 1100 range, which is fine. 100 yards for deer, fine.
I bet those Uberti lever guns are sweet. They got a nice price tag on.
Yeah, like $1,200.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the Marlins are no less. The Rossies are a little less.
Well, the Marlin was the one I was looking at. It was like $620.
That's half the price. Yeah, that's
I saw a
I'm not buying it.
I saw a Rossi for 45 Colt, long Colt, whatever you want to call it, $650.
wow. Yeah, that's a good deal. The Henrys are a grand or close to it.
So there's work.
All depends what you're looking for, what you want on there. If you want the
Hey, Mike.
octagon barrel, or if you want a straight barrel, however you want it. The options are almost endless.
I bought that 357 Henry 2018 for just under $700, including the transfer fee and all that stuff.
Yeah, the early ones didn't have those safeties in the top of the bolt.
That's like the one I got.
But it's easy. It's easily ignored and it's easily removed. The only thing is your firing pin is going to rattle around because the way it's designed, your firing pin goes right through it. So if you take it out, the firing pin doesn't have as much support, so it rattles around. It'll work fine. You won't have any problems, but it doesn't. That's what it's going to happen.
All right, hold on a minute. If I ever buy another clone, it'll be a Cimarron. Got 6 clones from them, Pieta or Uberti.
Yeah, he was. Roger was a big time cowboy action shooter. So he's been around the block with these. He'd be a definitely guy to talk to on.
Have you
the house and wise.
Have you tried a Taylor walks? Fuzz. Trade him a sleeve of primers, man. You can get anything you want for a sleeve of primers these days. Yeah, that's I like mine, I gotta say. I like wow man, where did y'all go? Yeah. Yep. Taylor does refine them, hippie. Listen.
I think we ought to start a petition for the government to buy out Coonan and start remanufacturing.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the Cimarrons too. I don't know if they're any better or worse or what, but they got a ton of models. They make one that's fire blued, I think they call it, and it's the richest. It's not deep blue. It's a bright blue. It's like a flame blue is what it looks like. You've ever seen steel blued with a flame? You get that blue. You can see it sometimes on your molds from the heat, and it's really pretty.
I was gonna say we got a ambulance going on out in the side chat.
Uh-oh. I can't see it. I can't see anything. So.
Oh, Fuzzy's crying because he shot a 44 and it hurt him.
Oh yeah, everybody saw the video. Yeah, they do kick though. They really do. I mean, I've said that a long time. Even the Winchesters in general, even the 30-30, which is not a kicker, it can be a kicker in that 94. The drop in the stock is not friendly. The Marlins were a lot nicer. As far as recoil, just because of the design of the stock, it's just a little bit higher, a little more in line. It's the Marlins were a scoped gun, where the 94s were an open sight, and that stock drops and it wants to come up and it bites you on the collarbone. The 44 is no joke in the 94.
Oh,
So 82.
here's the thing with Fuzzy too. Fuzzy weighs probably like 80 pounds. He's straight up stick, so there's not a whole lot to him.
There he is, right there. So the 40, the Marlins don't, and the perceived recoil of them is just that, and it's all stock design. It's all stock design.
Those 92s, the Rossies, are pretty much exact replicas of the Winchesters, from what I can see, and they're straight.
Oh yeah,
They're just cowboy guns.
yeah. My Rossi is a 24-inch octagon barrel with a steel crescent butt plate. And I don't find a problem shooting it, but I suppose somebody would.
I'm gonna tell you, I shot Treads 444 Marlin. That
Yeah, they're loaded right up there.
that hurts.
Yeah. At one time, I had all three of the Marlins. They had that long-barreled, high comb, the 1964 when it was released, and they made an S model, and they made a regular 444 without that high comb with the long barrel. And I had all three of them. They shot pretty good.
All right, I gotta address this, and I thank y'all. I'm telling you, revolver or lever gun, you put case hardening on one, that uh, color case hardening makes my knees weak.
Yeah.
You put an octagon barrel on top of that, and I'll come undone.
Yeah. I like I got a thing for barrel bands on revolvers, on single action revolvers. A barrel banded front sight, that to me is just sexy.
Mike, that's exactly the one that I got from Mrs. Holster, the Montado. That's Wile E. Coyote. That thing's sweet, man.
Tell us about this. I'm not familiar.
I'll make a video on it here soon. But for those of you that didn't know, Mr. Holster was a big fan of Wile E. Coyote, and I like to name my pistols, especially ones that have some sentiment.
Did he cut out?
Disappeared. No audio.
What happened?
It's amazing how good that speaker works. AR.
Who was hollering?
AR, it's really nice. The speaker, the microphone,
Oh, thank you.
sound really good.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm sorry, I
Yes,
got
sir.
kids running in and out, dogs running in and out, and everything. I don't want to interrupt the chat. I'm still here.
I got to get me a Uberti 45.
Yeah, I thought he might have
I
had.
got one. That's what got me started.
Yeah, just check out the Cimarron line just for the different models they have. It's amazing. It's just amazing. There's a guy I follow on YouTube here. I forget his name. Something Cowboy. He's out in Montana.
Cowboy Kent.
No, he's
Not
that's
him?
the chef, right? He's a chef.
Yeah.
Anyway, this guy he's a hunter. He's just like us. But last year or 2 years ago, he finally bought his first piece of land, and he's hunting his own land, and he's got a thing tied in with Cimarron. I mean, with Cimarron, and they send him new guns all the time to review, and you know how the deal goes. You send them back, yada yada yada. But he's got some beautiful stuff. He's done a few factory tour type videos. He's gone to the SHOT Show previous years, or gotten footage from the SHOT Show with Cimarron, and it's just incredible the amount of models that they have, and it's all the same gun. They're all Model P Colts. You know, they're all single action Colts, but round butts and different colors and different barrel styles and barrel lengths and grip material and bluing or case hardening or both or mixed matched, or it's just incredible. And they're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful guns.
Cimarron does make some nice stuff. I've seen them at a couple of shows, and they're They all look good, but I've heard uh, Walter. If you get it, Walter Bunning, if you get a chance, give me a call, man. We got something me and you need to discuss.
I've got a couple of the really bad ones. I've got now I can't think of the name. I just had it a second ago. They're basically Ubertis. And I cannot think of the name of them. But they had really soft frames. Matter of fact, the first one I bought, I paid nothing for it because the guy must have sat in front of his TV shooting all the bad guys, and he peened the frame. So the firing pin was on the hammer, and it went through the frame, and it just peened it. To you put bullets in it, they won't turn. You can't get the cylinder. It won't work. He peened the frame.
Wow.
And that was a big problem with them because they had really soft parts, and that gave them a bad black eye that it took a long time to overcome. But I got it fixed, and I just don't dry fire it. And I should do a video on it because it's really nice. It's got a brass frame, 4 5/8 barrel. It's really nice.
Yeah, do one. I like to see it.
So Fuzzy made a comment out there about case hardened and octagon barrels and that they're heavy and they weigh a ton and they're no fun to carry. Fuzz, Everton weighs a ton to you, dude. that rifle's probably 10% of your weight.
Good night, Raj.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, Walt.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if I'm having internet issues or if my laptop's still trying to catch up. It's only been running for the last couple of days, so.
You sound good now.
Mm-hmm.
Walter Davis, I'm sorry, buddy. I done forgot what I said now. Oh, is it something about that? Oh, Pam, I ain't even gonna put that up here. How dare you? Oh, okay. He'll call me. Okay.
That's something
I've got an early one of those, the profiled receiver. I don't know if you know what those are, but they don't look like the more recent H&Rs. The barrel was always 12 gauge, and the barrel contoured down and tapered down to a 410. But to make it work on the receiver, because the 410 is so small, they scalloped it and made it kind of profiled. It's a really nice, probably a 40s. I'm going to say it's a 30s or a 40s gun, maybe late 40s. Couldn't have been late 40s. Had to be late 30s or late 40s because of the war. And nothing was made during the war. Everything went to the war effort. So, but it's a really, really nice gun. I've got a 16 gauge and a 410 like that.
I'd like to see a 410 at an AR platform.
They make
That's what
those
I need.
too. They make
I
those
need that,
too.
Kyle.
There's another guy that I follow. He's Pennsylvania, and he's got one. He shoots it all the time. He's had lots of trouble with it, but he's got it working now. But you're right. That would be pretty neat, I think. An AR 410. Yeah, Georgia boy, that's what mine is. I believe it might be tapered though, but it's like a 24 or 26 inch barrel. I know it fits like a whole half a box of shells.
That's something.
A long mag.
It's going to be about 16 to 18 inches. Anything over that, it's like, holy smokes.
It's funny when you don't have lever guns, you want one, right, guys? Can't buy them nowhere except for high
I
price.
love my levers.
Mm-hmm.
With one
At
hand,
one time, I had every single Marlin made since about 1960.
Wow.
That was a lot of guns.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot of guns. I kind of wish I didn't have to sell them off, but I did. But I paid down my house by a lot, so it was worth it. I bought them right.
when I came back from Germany, the first thing I did, well, actually, I got assigned to Yuma Proving Grounds, Arizona. First thing I did was I went and bought me a Taurus 357 Magnum. The second thing I did was I bought me a Marlin 30-30.
Mm-hmm.
I could hit the broadside of a barn with the pistol. Then I shot the door off a refrigerator with the 30-30.
I had a couple different. There's a whole pile of different versions of that Marlin. I found that I liked the Texan, one of the best, and then I took the Texan and I shortened the mag tube to a CS style, so it was a right at the end of the grip, right at the end of the forestock, so it was a button mag, and that's my favorite. I wish they had made that, but I'd have to go with the early CS models, as my favorite Marlin levers. They made them from 46 on till about 55 or 58 maybe, and they had a 3/4 mag tube, and they were really pretty rifles. The earliest ones weren't drilled and tapped. They had the top of the receiver was like a snake, like a swirl, and they only had side tapping for a peep sight. I didn't see what Dave wrote there. Did you? I saw he said something to me.
Mm.
Yeah, the A's were really long barrels. I like those as well. I had one of those as well, but that's a really long barrel. Yes, I use one.
I have one that I'm starting to use more and more for more and more different stuff. Um, I know
Not required, Jason. It's a nice upgrade,
it is.
but it's not required. It's
One thing I've noticed with mine is, yeah, sometimes they'll get finicky depending on where you got the thermocouple mounted and all that kind of stuff. You get that thing set right, and you never have frosty bullets.
well, you can eliminate frosty bullets just by using pure lead too, because you get the frosty from the antimony. So,
Right.
but you cast at the right. There we go. You cast at the right temperature. You will definitely reduce your frosty bullets. CW, my Stevens 410. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember those.
yeah, yep.
Right about 700 degrees, everything seems to work out.
Yep, 700 is about the magic number. If you can do less and keep things going, you'll get even nice and shinier bullets. But 700 does nice.
But I went ahead and got one of those PID units already made from Canada, like 120, 130 bucks.
I had the Marlin 336C.
The SC
Black
was a
walnut.
sporting carbine, and the A was the long barrel. And they made A's. They made a couple different A's too. They had different wood on them. There was an early A.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different Marlins. If you ever seen the Marlin book, the Brophy book, you'd just be amazed. It's about yay thick, and it's there's a lot of different rifles they made. I like the Zane Grey. I had a Zane Grey, and that was a really pretty rifle. I had a 4440, a newer one, 4440, with a gold receiver that I bought. I saved a long time to get that one, and that was a nice rifle too. I didn't even shoot that one, but I sold it for more than I paid for it, so I did all right.
All right, I need to go through the side chat. Or AR, you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do it for you if you want me to.
That'll
Roll.
let me catch up on these things.
Hey, Jerry 1911, Fuzz Fork 8, Mike Hester, Walks Fletcher, Pamela Earp. Good to see you all. Jer Bear Tactical, Walter Davis, HIPAA, James Pollard, Big E, Ozark Spirit. Good to see you, Ozark. It's been a while. Mike Hester, Hobbies Hobo. Walter Davis, Kyer, Just Some Guy. Good to see you too. Yeah, HIPAA called. Walter Davis, Big E. Big E, good to see you, Big E. Mike Hester, Walter Bunning, G23, Georgia Boy, Walter Davis, Jerry 1911. If I call you twice, just ignore me. GGW, John's Hand Loading. Good to see you. James Pollard.
Yeah, Fuzzy. I love my 22 mags.
Mike Hester. Tread. Good to see you, Tread. GGW, I called. John's Hand Loading. Echoes Reloading Chamber. Buzz Fork. Walter Davis. Kyle, of course. He's up there. Willie Bullet Man. Good to see you, Willie. G23. Jason Stewart. Big E. Tim S. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you coming by.
Absolutely.
I think I got you guys. Good to see you all. Appreciate you dropping by.
My grandfather passed away in 2015, but I think my father's got it. He's got a side-by-side 410 shotgun. I want that thing.
I like 410s a lot. 410s are a weak spot for me too. As soon as I came to the realization that they're better shot like a rifle that shoots shot than they are as a shotgun, I was doing really good with them. But
the 12 gauge would beat the snot out of me.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but the big thing everybody talks about is, they're not powerful. And can you tell me why a number 4 shot at 1200 is different from a 410 than it is from a 12 gauge? Because I can't. There's just a lot more of them in a 12 gauge than there is a 410, but they're the same power.
Yeah.
They're the same power.
I used to live on 20 acres, guys.
I would have a better time controlling the 410 than I would with the 12 gauge.
Yeah.
Used to live on 20 acres, and I had a big old barn there, a whole barn, probably from the early 1900s, late 1800s. And I would take a 410 and raise it up in the air and shoot the bird shot and hear it crash down on the tin roof.
Yeah.
Just boom, boom.
Yeah, fun. She's been here a minute, Idaho. Just saying. Yeah, I've heard stories about that 2222.
It's a nice caliber.
It
won a lot of awards, accuracy-wise, for the PPCs.
I heard that when the government adopted the 5.56 222 was in the running. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah, I love the rain lead.
You know what's scary is she types that just like, I mean, she's talking to her man and she types that just like Mario does.
That was something else I wanted to get into is the 410 reloading. I decided to get a Mech 6.
Junior, 600 Junior. Yeah, Mech makes a couple of them. Yep.
But they don't have any of the raw materials. I bought, the same ballistic
products.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I bought 200 cases or 200 hulls, primed and ready to go. Well, I loaded 100 of them just for my parents. My father. I've been trying to. He's got 2 410s. One I'm going to reload a light load because it's that side by side shotgun. The other one I don't know where he got it from, but the only thing is I have to have a shorter barrel. Anything like between 17 and 18 inches long. Anything beyond that is hard for me to aim or control.
Man, I can't keep up with y'all guys, and
Yeah, I like the 28 a lot too. I got a couple nice 28s. That's a nice gauge.
Good to see you, Idaho.
Fox 410 would be real nice. Yeah.
yeah, those are nice. You know, Mike, we're starting to see a pretty good bit of groundhogs around here, and those armadillos are taking the place over,
I got a story on that.
and skunks too, man.
I don't have moles, groundhogs, or squirrels or armadillos in my house. I got a 80-pound Rhodesian Ridgeback mix of something. She likes her meat fresh. I went, heard this whole commotion going on outside. She had a looks like a 10-pound raccoon, big old sucker, in her mouth. And just before I said something, she went crunch. That was the end of the raccoon. I sit there walking. I get outside and I start watching. And I got this dog staring at her, staring at the ground. That's when I noticed a mole, a big hole in the ground, and a mole over by my pickup.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know, Mike. Y'all say hey to Sergeant Devil Dog, sticking his nose in. Say howdy. There's Mr. Devil Dog. What's up, my brother?
How many Marines we got here?
What'd you say, Critter?
So how
He
many
said
Marines we
that.
got on in here? I don't have that many crowns.
I'm a witness. Pam said that. Just like, all right, I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up.
Sometimes it's hard, isn't it, Jamie? That
Yeah,
scrolling.
and when you get to this point, everything shifts up. Scott's gonna tell you it's crazy.
Hmm.
I remember when I had all four of my limbs, I could carry on a conversation in the chat room, plus six more conversations on the internet, those chat programs.
Hmm.
Well, this is the reason you have guests, so that you can try and watch and do multiple things all at once. It's a lot to do.
Sure is.
That's why you got to try and keep the conversation going and have multiple people with different opinions and so on and so forth.
But that does tend to complicate issues, Scotsman, because you're trying to keep up with what's going on with the guys in the panel and with the guys on the side chat. Before you know it, man, your brain just splits in two.
It can
That's
happen,
that's what I do. I kind of
especially
watch that side.
especially if you've got a good conversation going. Yeah.
Ballistic products, Mr. Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Precision reloading also has some at time to time.
What else is there? There was another one. Pull that up. I don't remember where I put it.
I'm gonna get me a.
I got run into. I kept it and put it and stored it on a.
Hello, Tim.
Let's see where you reload.
Pastor, just because you sent Fuzz some grits don't mean he tried them. He probably fed them to the birds, man.
More than likely the cats, but yeah.
Yeah, well.
Somebody say precision reloading.
Yeah.
Okay. Howdy, Georgia boy.
Mike.
You like your Creedmoor, Jamie, rifle?
I do. I do like it.
I'm thinking about getting one, maybe just for hunting.
You could do a lot worse than a Ruger American Predator.
Yeah, I've looked at those. I like them. Shoots accurate too, don't it? The Predator.
The caliber is plenty accurate, sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and the rifle shoots amazingly accurate. I was rather impressed with it.
I forget the number. I counted it up a couple years ago, but it was something like a dozen or 14 Ruger Americans
Mhm.
in my little group of friends, half a dozen guys, maybe 5 guys,
Mhm.
and not a single one was inaccurate or ever had a problem with it.
Mhm.
Straight out of the box. One of my friends has a Ruger American in 308, and he was on the sniper team, or I'm sorry, the SWAT team in Atlanta.
I had
And
one of those.
yeah, they were going through trials and all that stuff. He didn't have enough time on the force to be a SWAT member. He just wanted to take the course to see if he could pass. He passed with flying colors, and the
Mhm.
the captain was like, "This ain't your first time behind a rifle, is it, son?" He's like, "No, sir."
Jamie,
They're
isn't the
good.
Predator rifle a little bit thicker barrel than the
It
American?
is.
Slightly, yeah.
Slightly.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little
It's a
heavier.
green stock, threaded muzzle, and a
Mhm.
slightly heavier contour.
Yep.
I
And
love
let
the
me tell you,
action
they
on them.
shoot great.
Action's great on them. I
Yep.
think.
They
They're
shoot
kind of
great.
like corduroy when you first get them. They zip, 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 but they
They
calm down after you run them a bunch of times.
they got a zipper. They got that zipper bolt.
Yeah,
Like,
corduroy pants. If
yeah,
you're old enough to know those,
I remember them.
oh, you would, yeah, you would.
Hmm.
I watched a guy walking through the airport almost catch on fire with corduroy pants
That's
on.
right. It could happen. It could happen.
I know some of you younger people in the side chat will not get that, but I think everybody on the panel knows what I'm talking about.
brings a certain song to mind, but I won't go there.
I may
That
get
cat
a
on the street.
Predator.
Yeah.
Mhm. I
I
was
don't. I
looking
don't
at
even
the
own a
Kimber.
Predator. I don't even own one. I've tried a couple times and I ended up getting something different. But I've got a number of the Americans and the American Ruger Americans and the American Rancher.
I,
Rancher.
I've never shot a bad Ruger bolt gun.
Oh, I definitely have, but they
Hmm.
weren't Americans. The Ruger never made a good barrel until the Americans. I don't know what they did. If it's just the CNC machining or what the difference was, but
Hmm.
Ruger barrels sucked. I
My
had half a dozen different ones and they never shot. I know some guys had them that shot. My brother
I've
had
had
a
a couple of
270.
Mark Sevens and never had a problem. 30-06, 7 mags.
Yeah, I had
I've
the
heard
old
some people talk like you're talking about, CW. I've heard some of the
round
talk about
tops.
it.
I had from the early round tops. Now, not this is the bolt rifle mostly because the number threes and number ones usually shoot pretty good, but they've had their problems too. That hanger in the number one can give you fits.
Well, everybody's had their problems. I'm just saying I've had good experience with everyone I've shot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've got a few Americans and I've never seen a bad one. I've sold so many of them to friends because of mine after shooting mine, and it's nuts. But frankly, most of the new rifles from most of the companies that are these CNC, I bought that Savage, the cheapest Savage. Doesn't even have the little trigger thing on it. It's got a regular trigger. The cheap. Um, and the thing is unbelievable, unbelievable. It's 708, and it's just guys, bench rest guys would drool to have that accuracy out of the box. And it's a $300 rifle, $280 rifle. Crazy that they can do that today.
Mhm.
Remember years ago, you'd got to pick a good barrel maker and then pick a good smith to put your barrel on, and then really just pick and choose the parts you get to maybe shoot an inch or a little better than an inch. And these Ruger American, I've got a 300 blackout Ruger American that's honest, half inch or under with the loads it likes. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's a $400 gun.
Mhm.
It's crazy. My Howa, mini Howa, 6.65 Grendel is another one. It's with the loads it likes. I've shot under an inch at 200 yards. The gun is it shoots unbelievable. Walter, you ought to try an American. No, I've never shot that, Pam. I haven't shot many rifle competitions. I shot a lot of pistol stuff mostly.
I remember when that American came out, it's like 329,
Yeah, something like
349.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Really
got
cheap.
I've got a Ruger M77 and 30-06.
They're pretty. They're gorgeous rifles. How's
They
your shoot?
are, and
What did I say? Mark 7? I meant M77. Long
Yeah.
action.
well,
Y'all knew what I meant.
They made a Mark
Yeah, we knew.
77. Yeah.
they come out with the Mark II,
Yeah.
M77
Mark
Mark
II
II.
and 77. Yeah.
Mine shoots pretty good. It'll shoot even with the best I've got mine to shoot's been about 1.5 inches at
Yeah.
100
Yeah.
yards.
Right. That's about the best I've seen too.
Have you all seen the Kimber rifles with the flat, dark earth synthetic stock, stainless steel?
Pretty rifle. Yeah.
Yeah, real light.
It seems pretty.
Mm-hmm. Trouble is, it's $800, $899.
Yeah. I was going to say it starts with a K. I'm pretty sure they're proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So,
Georgia boy. Mine is got the orange
Butt
butt
plate.
pad,
Yeah.
and it's got the tang safety, push tang safety on it.
Yep.
It was. I looked up the serial number. It was made in 1988, and I think it's just cause that barrel is such a light contour. I think if you put a heavy contour barrel on there, I think
I don't know. I had a 77 Mark II in 243, the Varminter, a big heavy barrel that wouldn't shoot. I had a round top 308 that wouldn't shoot. I had a 708 when they came out. It wouldn't shoot. I had a 243 and a regular 77. It wouldn't shoot. My father bought a 22 250. It wouldn't shoot. But I say by that I mean what the Ruger Americans will do now. You know, it would do 2 inches. It would do 1.5 inches if you were real careful. But to me, it should do better with some calibers. If you're shooting a great big 375 H&H and you can only shoot 1.5 inches, I'd say, okay, you know, that's not what I expect from that rifle. But like a 22 250, it better break 1 inch.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't. You know, 3006, it better hover near 1 inch, and it wouldn't.
All right, AR, he's back on here. I'm gonna try it again, buddy. Stand by. You will have to interview here if I get this going. Buck Killer 01, what is going on, buddy? Can you hear us? You're still muted, Buck Killer. Try it again, buddy. I really want him to tell y'all about some of the stuff he's got.
Yeah, I love them too. They're beautiful rifles. I've got a beautiful piece of wood that I would love to find a 6mm rem 77. I would love to find it because I would drop it right in that wood.
I hear you, Fuzz. A lot of people are shooting 22 nowadays.
Even the little Ruger American 22s are shooters. I got
Yeah.
a 22 mag that outshoots my on-shoots. I have an on-shoots 22 mag, and that Ruger will outshoot it every all day, twice a week.
OCD, I can't send that gun back. I bought it used from a buddy of mine, and it shoots good enough, man. I mean, 150 yards, 1.5 inches with 30-06. I mean, yeah. I think
Go on, Meg.
worst case scenario, I'll get my my measure thing, my case gauge thingy, and see how far the lands are wore out on it. And yeah, if I have to, I'll have it rebarreled.
Here's the thing, and I'm going to throw this out there, and some people may not like this, but that's okay. If you're shooting something that's smaller than 1.5 inches, you got a problem. Most of the stuff we shoot, you're going to have quite a big target. So if you're getting an 1.5 inch group, I wouldn't be complaining.
And I'm not. I'm really not. I love that rifle. I'm like Idaho, and I agree with CW, man. The thing is just beautiful. Oh no, OCD, that Creedmoor shooting 3/4 MOA, except for one shot. I'll throw one shot out of 5, and that's me. That ain't the gun.
I think that's typical of most of us. We'll get a good 4 out of 5, and we'll always throw one somewhere or other.
Well, when you're shooting, under an inch or half an inch groups, you can just be on the stock different, or just shoulder it different and throw a bullet.
Well, that's it. If your cheek well is just slightly off or
That's
whatever,
it. I mean, you don't realize how much things change. Buck Killer's still muted. Your microphone is turned off.
Popping to him in side chat, see if he can tell me some info on what he's using.
Bueller? Anyone? Bueller?
Oh, he's unmuted. Okay. Can you hear us, Buck Killer? Okay, still muted. Type in the side chat what equipment you're using, Buck Killer. Maybe we can help you in time. Figure it out.
G23. I use Bluetooth devices. Works great.
I think him and Jamie are probably on the phone with each other right now.
Mm-hmm.
Buck Killer, we also have a private chat on the right side that the people on the panel can read. You can type in there.
Mm-hmm.
Big Al, you won't do, oh big man. No, I'll get with him and get that all straightened out. I'll call him up one day next week and we'll do a private thing and get everything squared away, and then maybe he can come back. He lives up around Dalton. I know Miss Vanessa Kitty knows where that is, but
Dalton, Georgia.
yes.
Yeah, carpet town used to be.
How do you know, Mike? I mean, I'm not being smart aleck. I'm serious. How do you know when a gun shoots 1.25 MOA because it's just one hole? How do you measure that?
They actually, when they get those kind of groups, they actually have a paper behind that rotates. So your target is still your target, but it'll see the individual holes. So you know it's going through the same hole.
Okay.
Think twice.
Pincher, I don't cast in zinc. That's an Andy question.
Yep.
Andy 79Z28 or Mr. Pollard could answer.
I would think 8 to 850, but I'm just guessing.
I believe it's up near 900, 850, 900. Yeah, I believe it's up there quite a bit. That's the reason that they tell you not to use the aluminum like pots.
By the way, in case you hadn't heard, Alabama is now ranked number 3 in the country. Thanks, Big Al. I love you, brother.
Yeah.
Bye, Walter Davis. Sorry, you probably gone by now.
Good night, Walter.
See you, Walter.
That'd be great, Big Al. 2XL, baby. 2XL. I gotta
That's what
find
I.
that email.
I got my buddy's son behind me with a full-grown Doberman in his lap, and I felt something touch me, and I thought it was Titan's nose, and I reached back and realized I was petting.
What?
I realized I was petting Logan's foot.
What was you pointing for, Jamie?
That's a little creepy. What Idaho said, man.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So
Roll Tide, right on out the stadium. Go on, get.
I think
Y'all are on your own. I don't do sports.
I don't do it
you
much
do
either.
shooting sports.
Yeah, the Falcons don't
Yeah.
either.
Braves are. I wish Mario was still here.
Hey, them Braves are looking good. They've overcome a lot of adversity to get where they're at, and they're showing up. I'm rather impressed with them.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it this way: their entire outfield was not on the starting roster when the season started.
Good night, Biggie.
Good night, Big E. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man.
Night, Big E.
Hey! What the?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Big dog. Tell by the bark.
Mr. Pollard runs at
Hey,
850.
scared mine under the table.
What are you running yours, Willie? About the same?
Mhm.
No. Come on. Hey.
I'm sorry, that was my poodle.
Didn't sound like a poodle.
Okay, Andy runs his at 850.
Traded it for a Cocker Spaniel.
I like Dobermans too. They're nice, cool dogs.
Andy's running
It was
his.
great when he didn't try to attack me every time I'd come in the dang room. He's starting to simmer down a little bit.
I think 850, 900 degrees. 870.
Yeah, it's really hard on your molds from what I'm hearing.
My sister's brother's cousins.
Mm.
That just reminds me.
Say that 10 times fast.
Oh Lord.
Big Al, I'm crushed, buddy. I'm crushed.
Did Echo go full Bueller right then?
I was thinking of
What about cousin to cousin?
Oh, you can push them pretty hard. They're a hard bullet. They're up near 40 or a little more BHN, so they're hard. Now copper's still a little harder, but you can shoot them pretty hard, pretty fast.
There you go. That's a good answer, Pollard.
One good thing is they cannot lead because there's no lead in them.
yeah, but can you size them?
Well, you got to size them pretty quick, and I think that's why they quench them. But you need to size them pretty quick. Yeah, they would be hard to size.
Just over an inch at 1,000 yards.
That's some kind of shooting.
Yeah, it's like that video Eric Cortina showed, but he didn't see it. We didn't see him shoot it. We didn't have it. Well, we saw him shooting it, and then there you go, GGW.
I'll go with that. Beat anybody in California. I don't care who you are. It could be New York.
Yeah.
What do you mean there goes my leg? What happened to my leg?
Andy has not walked the mold yet, Kyle.
I just heard it can be really hard on your mold, and you got to have steel molds, and we all know how my luck with steel molds is.
I know, Trev. We're going to have to start another channel for dog chats. I got
you
one.
go ahead.
I got the neighbor's pit. There's Pat. What's going on, West Covina Dodge?
Hey, Pat.
Hey, Pat.
Um,
Bring up Michael.
I ain't quite at liberty to
Is he
say.
okay?
I think
Pat, email me your phone number. I'll give you a little input. I think I have it, but I'm not sure. My phone's in the bedroom. Lust.kyle2@gmail.com.
He got banned from YouTube, right?
Amongst a couple other things.
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, I seen him.
Thing still here.
I've seen some of his videos a while back.
He gets a little heated every now and then.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Pat, hit me up. I'm going to go in the bedroom and see what I can come up with, and I'll call you, okay?
Preacher's day off is here.
That's cool.
Yeah, G. Pishner, I just want a 6.5 Creedmoor rifle.
You know, you can do. You know what you can do? You can get a Henry Long Ranger in lever in 6.5 Creedmoor and get both your rifles.
Wow.
Lever action 6.5 Creedmoor.
I like traditional stuff in lever actions. So I'm old school.
You can be modern traditional.
Yeah. Kyle just ruins molds by letting them get rained on.
No, Fuzz, I restore my own mold.
Restores his own mold after Kyle gets a hold of him.
Jamie does restore them.
Hey, be nice. It wasn't my fault.
She's listening.
There's Thor. What's going on, man?
Hello, Dave.
I was listening.
Dave, I watched that video you sent me today. I didn't get to get back to you. It's been a day, man. But I appreciate that. That was a very cool. It was a video about pistol shooting, and the Lord knows I need the help there. Yeah, I tell y'all about an issue that I'm having with mine, my 6.5 Creedmoor, and I'll do a video about this. I really need to do a video on that rifle anyway. I put the the Magpul Hunter American stock on it, and it comes with a Magpul magazine. Well, I'm having feed issues out of there, and I know I just need to sand those lips back a little bit, maybe. But I'm afraid to go too far. I'm afraid I'll mess it up.
They try polishing it before you sand on it. You know, polishing will just smooth it out. Sanding will take the surface off. So just see if polishing will do it. It should take polish. It should take flits. It's hard enough plastic. It should be able to be polished smooth and shiny.
I need to get some frits.
Okay, try that first.
What it's doing, they're staggered like this, and when they come up, it'll push it forward, but when it gets to the feed ramp, it stops, and it don't pop up and out of the lips right there. So, it's well, Tim, think about the ingredients in Ed's Red. They're all pretty watery.
No, it's watery. You're right, Tim. It's watery. If there's nothing thick in it.
Right. The thickest thing you got in it is transmission fluid, and that's watered down 3-1. So,
oh boy.
Well,
Echo's the interview guy. That's his will.
Yeah, I'll probably send Buck Killer '01 to Echo and let him do an interview with him. He does it so well.
Mm-hmm.
There's a preacher. Oh, I was hoping you'd got a chance to do that. What muzzleloader did you end up getting? You didn't say this morning.
Will do, Pishner. Thanks, buddy. I'm not getting. There he is.
Yeah, it's good grain to shoot out of a 223. I like that. 62, 68, and 70 something.
I bet it does.
I switched to 62s myself
Mm-hmm.
for my competition. I liked them a little better.
Mm-hmm. I like them. 62 grain.
Yeah, it's just a little better on the steel.
Not just that, Dave. It's a Ruger American Predator rifle too. So yeah, it should work right out of the box. But I changed the stock and I changed the magazine. So yeah,
So it's not running up the ramp, Jamie.
no, it gets there and it stops.
It's not
But
hitting on the end of the case, is it?
I don't know. I hadn't looked at it
Any
close
burrs
enough.
on the tooling on the ramp? Do you
I
remember?
hadn't looked at it close enough, guys.
Oh, a fancy one.
Probably can be polished,
Yeah, I'm sure it can.
depending. Yeah.
Good deal, Big Al. Do you have enough for everyone? Remember when your teacher in school would catch you eating candy? All right, you got enough of that for everybody? Look at here. There's the great Kentucky Wild Man. What's going on, KFW? Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, 55 grains cheap. Just easy to, get in bulk.
Yeah, it's good to see KFW, man. I'm behind on his video. Hey, I'm behind on everybody's videos, uh, including my own.
I saw that
I'm,
one from you today. That was pretty good,
did you see
Jeremy.
that?
Yeah, I got to see it.
That was a fun day. It was a long day. It was a long drive, but it was a fun day. And I haven't had a chance to get over there and answer comments, but I will.
That's good. That's nice.
That's hard to beat right there, preacher.
I got to get out and try my maxi balls that I made. I want to see how they're going to do this year. I'm hoping to be able to shoot those. Three. That's a full day.
I got to make a few too. I've been
Yeah,
procrastinating.
I'm going to try and drown some crabs. I won't be making videos tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
good deal.
I'm still trying to figure out how to make a video outside without the camera blowing away and breaking.
Well, good luck.
Hang a weight on the bottom of your tripod.
I got a different tripod.
Yep.
I tried nailing it to the or poking it into the dirt.
Is there a hook on the bottom in the middle of your tripod? A lot of them have a hook there. You can hang a weight.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, mine does. Yeah, you put a little sack in there and fill it with lead shot, or put an ingot of lead in there or something. Make a big difference.
Yeah, it does.
I think the last time a big was a 5-pound block of number 2 was melting. It splashed on me. Luckily, I was wearing my cowl.
Yeah, I got burned a couple weeks ago. For some reason the thermometer flipped out and sprayed lead up all around. It got me across the hand.
Pitchner, I'll have to buy me another magazine because it only came with one. It's that Magpul magazine. It seemed like a good one.
I've read some feeding problems with that Creedmoor past few years.
That was the funny part of that story, is I was wearing that welder's apron, basically what it was. The day before, I chewed up a dog for chasing the neighbor's cows. Now he won't come near me.
That is way cool, KFW.
Yeah.
It really is, man. That's all.
Yeah, I did an unboxing, but I'll do one if you want to know. Absolutely. I didn't think it would be an interest to anyone.
Well, Pastor, I don't know if he'll be able to beat the one he shot last year. Maybe. Well, there you go, man.
You know, I'm kind of curious. Those cast bullets, the harder cast bullets, up in the BHN of around 18 to 20. How fast can you take them things?
It ain't about velocity. What you need to go by is the pressure. Velocity is a result of pressure. So without pressure, that bullet's just going to sit there. So, do you have the Lee manual, the Lee second edition?
Yeah, I do.
Look on page 112, 113, somewhere around, right around in there, and it'll give you some ideas about how to go about matching your velocity or pressure with your BHN. I'll be right there, Dave. Save me a plate.
Enjoy, brother.
Yeah, it's about time for us to start knocking around here and
Yep.
wrapping this up and see what we can get into and let these people get on with their weekend. And did you find it?
Yes, I did.
What page is it?
Actually, 107.
Yeah, I missed it.
Well, it says something on the 112 and 113, but up the top it says see page 107.
That right there is proof that it's time for me to go read that page again.
Because it gives you a load of 60 pounds and 5.30 seconds ball. And it tells you the BHN and how much pressure strength and the maximum pressure strength.
Yeah, there's a chart on there about BHN to the pressure.
I don't know if you can read it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, too close. Come on,
No.
focus. Camera. Well, you get the point.
Yeah, you found it.
I mean, I don't shoot competition. I'm just now really getting into casting better bullets.
I'm going to work on that, preacher. I just got to get some software. They're all
And,
GoPro videos, and they don't jive with the software I have. So I got to get some new software.
I'll get you some. I got one on here now that's really easy to use. Free.
That's what I need.
That's what I need.
I've tested it only a couple of times, but
Yeah, I just need to be able to throw the videos together and clip them down, shorten them. I don't need real fancy stuff, but just be able
You,
to
you,
integrate
you
the
just
videos.
need a cell phone. You hit go. You hit pause. You hit go. You hit pause. You hit go. You hit
Yeah,
pause, and then you hit stop and you hit upload.
I did that. I did that.
Why is that?
Oh man. Yeah,
There's a
I've got
5.6 is 3,000 meters.
I've gotten way too spoiled with iMovie.
Yeah,
Y-
it works.
y'all are way too advanced for me with this editing stuff. I don't edit anything. I just pause and restart and go.
I edit
What I
very
do?
little, but I gotta edit a lot with the GoPro because the files are so huge. Plus,
Mhm.
I try and keep them, less than a minute or a minute and a half long. But there's even superfluous stuff in there that I want to take out.
Well,
All right, Georgia, I'll meet you out there.
GoPro has their own thing too, their own editing software.
Yeah, I don't think it works with 10 though. At least that's what I've read.
You too, preacher.
Good night, preacher.
All right.
Shotcut, huh?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
All right. Good night, Fuzz. All right. We need to
Good night,
get
Fuzz.
off here. KFW, if you'd like to join us sometime, if you're ever free on Friday night, I know we've talked about it before, and we've always had scheduling conflicts. Just give me an email at georgiashootingconnection@gmail.com, and that goes for any of you guys out there.
Hey, can you bring KFW's comment up for a second? I don't know if you all have ever heard KFW's voice before, but he has a voice for radio, and he will put you to sleep no matter what. And don't get me wrong, I love you, man. You're awesome. You are. I love your videos. You're cool. I love you. You're a great guy. But you just have that smooth, deep voice that literally could put anyone to sleep.
Yeah, KFW reminds me of the overnight FM dude, and LMB Pro reminds me of the morning wake up show guys.
Yeah.
And then, heck dang, he ain't been on here tonight. No, he's not monotone tread. He's got that smooth southern drawl.
Yeah, I've heard that new
It's a
GoPro.
very smooth, deep way that he talks. Very consistent. It's not monotone. It's just consistent. It's really that nighttime radio voice of you're driving in the car, and that's relaxes you as you drive.
KFW. I got a girl in one of my CMA chapters. One of the ladies. She's from Gainesville, Georgia, and she calls me Carl. So she say, "Hey, Carl, how you doing? What are you going to do with that lawnmower blade?" And I said, "Well, I reckon I'm going to have to kill you with it." Kyle does it better than I do. But yeah, I get the same thing, buddy. But my accent's a lot thicker than yours. All right, let's go through the room. What y'all got coming up? What are you working on? I know CW's working on fishing videos. What else you going to be doing, man? You got a casting video?
I'm gonna have a casting video, maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday. We're gonna do a quick half a day tomorrow. We're gonna hit the shore about 5 a.m. and kill it at like noontime, and then we got 3 or 4 hours of towing because we can't go fast with the big boat. So tomorrow will be shot, but maybe Sunday. I know I want to cast. I've been seasoning the molds. I got it 3 cycles in, so it's all seasoned. So it should be good. But I don't expect any problems. Everything looked good with it. So that's that. And then hopefully next week I can get some software and edit up those fishing videos and post a couple fishing videos. Good night, mainly. Good night, Bri.
Mainly send me an email at Georgia Shooting Connection. We'll get together and talk about it. But unlike the way I did my new friend from Dalton, we'll do a dry run, make sure everything works out good. So yes, Georgia Shooting Connection at gmail.com.
Does he
So
have a channel, Jamie? A YouTube channel?
we'll find that out. He
Okay.
probably does, mainly subsonic.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mainly Subsonic does. Yeah.
I thought so.
Subsonic is with a 5, not an S.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 5 ONIC, not SONIC.
What about the killer guy you met? Does he, Jamie? Does he have one?
No, he doesn't. He yeah,
Thanks, Fred.
he
Appreciate that.
all right. Well, how about you, AR? You won't be working on anything in particular?
Just 9 millimeter. I'm doing some. I actually had 2 rounds fail the case gauge, which is rare. I'll check them out later. But just 9 millimeter. I may do some 223 a little bit this week, and
I finally,
may do
I
a video
finally
on
broke
sound
down.
and a few other things. I got
All
some
right,
things
Fred,
in.
how about you? What are you doing? Anything? You working on any videos or anything?
No, no videos. I'm just doing 45 ACPs with the 2 different bullets. And I finally buckled and paid the $120 for this Magnum primers. So I finished up the 357s.
Well, if you're doing 45 ACP, do yourself a favor and get you some power pistol.
I
I'm
got
using
that.
700X.
Uh, and I use 800X, but only because I don't uh, I don't have any 700. So yeah,
Well, before all this, I bought 6 pounds of it. So a 4-pound jug and 2 1-pound jugs of 700X. I figured I used a whole lot of 9 millimeter, so one grain off of unique, I can start reloading 30, 40 new 9 millimeters compared to
Mhm.
using unique.
well, buddy, we appreciate you joining us tonight. It's an honor to have you on with us, and hope you'll come back sometime.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm
Scott,
doing unique too, Critter, with
yeah,
9 millimeter.
AR, we're expecting some of that sound advice videos coming up from you this week.
Yeah, I'll do that. It's simple, really. It's not much equipment like you think.
There you go.
Mainly.
Well, thanks for the invite, Jamie. Appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate you coming.
Yeah, good talking to you.
It's been fun, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to get you a 5 liter Ford motor for that chair. Everybody's talking about how fast it zips around there. Scotsman, you up to anything, buddy? What are you working on?
I'm working on my target stand for the range out back. I got most of it done. I'm probably about 85% done. I got to do the back support legs, and then I got to put the backstop in. So working on that, getting my range done here at the house. Window install this weekend. So busy around the house itself. And then I really need to clean my bench because my bench is a mess. I'm not doing any reload until I clean my bench.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, and find yourself some long Colt dice.
Yeah, for sure. And he will, if he's not already.
No, I haven't yet, but I will this probably this coming week or the week after. I will. I'll have them here soon.
And Idaho, we probably need to get Pam on here one of these Friday nights. I'm just saying. She'd be a fun guest to have. I'm telling you. So, what about
She
you, Kyle? I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
I was gonna say,
Not
if we have Pam would be excellent to have on. We can rip on Idaho the entire chat. It'd be awesome.
All right, are we still on? I just hung up the phone.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're doing your outro.
Okay, that was perfect timing, and then you remuted me.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I clicked it, and it went right back to mute. Anyway, glad everybody could be here tonight. We shared a lot of stories and a lot of adventures and a lot of knowledge, and that's what we're here to do. And I'm glad that all of y'all could be here to ride down this river with us together. That's all I got.
Go
I want to
Brandon.
talk to folks.
Go, Brandon.
Hey, Kyle, watch your mail.
Watch my.
That's all I got to say.
Oh, Lord.
Thanks for joining the Six
You might
Shooter
want to
Text.
have a hat or something on when you open it.
Okay, y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for spending a little bit of your Friday night with us. We're honored that you would come in here. We had over 40 most of the evening. It humbles us that y'all would come do that, and we appreciate you very much. There you go, and there's Mr. Lusk. Tread is on it, boy. I'm telling y'all what.
He's a beast.
I'll do what I can to get Buck Killer 01 back on here with us. I know that Scotsman has already posted um, the Sunday night chat, foreign and domestic. So I'm looking forward to that. Check out Uncle Jim tomorrow night. Check us all out on the Reloaders Network on Discord and on Big E's Reloading channel. Y'all come on over there, and I got some links already over there waiting on me, so I got to go check that out. Meanwhile, I got another video in the queue. I'm going to be making one on my 6.5 Creedmoor, and that's enough. Cheers, OCD. We hope the Lord blesses y'all all real good, and if He is willing, we will see y'all next Friday night at 8 o'clock. Say good night, y'all.